Good afternoon, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. This is Rich again, back for your second video blog of the day for Tuesday, November 17th, 2015, around 4:40 in the afternoon, Belleville, Massachusetts. It was a good day out, sunny. Now it's getting dark, and temperatures were in the 50s today, average. Tomorrow, another average day. Thursday is going to warm up to about 57, 58, but rain. Some news to report. It's Happy National Unfriend Day. And Red Sox designated hitter David Ortiz has announced that 2016 is going to be his last year in the major leagues. He's retiring after the 2016 season, so it's going to be a farewell tour for Big Papi. Hopefully, he goes out with a bang. And that's about it on the news. My second video blog subject of the day is my review of WWE pay-per-view Survivor Series 1989, which was held at the Rosemont Horizon in suburban Chicago, Illinois. And this Survivor Series was like 5 matches, 4 teams striving to survive. And it was different. The third year of Survivor Series was different. Instead of 5 members to each team, they reduced it to 4 members to the team, so they added an extra match. And the calling this pay-per-view were Gorilla Monsoon and Jesse Devati Ventura. They were the voices of the early Federation years on the pay-per-views. There was one match, a dark match, that was just shown to the crowd at Rosemont Horizon. It was Boris Zufkov beating Paul Roma. And then these are the matches that happened on pay-per-view. There were 5 of them. The first match was the Dream Team, which was Captain Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream. He was a common man. Brutus the Barber Beefcake, Tito Santana, and the Red Rooster facing off against the Enforcers, which were Team Captain the Big Boss Man, Bad News Brown, who was substituting for an injured Akeem, Rick the Model Martel, and the Honky Tonk Man. They were with Jimmy the Mouth of the South Hard and the Doctor of Style Slick. The Big Boss Man and Dusty Rhodes were having a big-time feud at this time. Also, Tito Santana and the model Rick Martel was continuing their feud and stuff. And this was about maybe a 20-minute match and stuff. Bad News Brown leaves the ring early because he did not get along with his teammates. He was a loner and stuff. And eventually it went down to 3 against 1. The Big Boss Man against the Red Rooster, Brutus Barber Beefcake, and the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. The Big Boss Man gave the Red Rooster sidewalk slam, eliminating him. And then Dusty Rhodes came in and beat the Big Boss Man, beating him 1, 2, 3. So the sole survivors were Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream, and Brutus the Barber Beefcake. But afterwards, Big Boss Man beats up on Dusty Rhodes. But Brutus Barber Beefcake saves the day. There was no blow-off match between Dusty Rhodes and the Big Boss Man on a pay-per-view and stuff. But they had a match on Saturday night's main event. That was kind of a blow-off. The next match was the King's Court, who were Randy Macho Man Savage. He was the Macho King, along with Greg the Hammer Valentine, Dino Bravo, and the Canadian Earthquake, who made his pay-per-view debut, and he was substituting for the Widowmaker Barry Windham, who left the WWE because he was injured and stuff, and he also had some personal problems. They faced off against the 4x4s, captained by Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Ho! USA! USA! Bret the Hitman Hart, Hercules, and Rugged Ronnie Garvin. And this match was, this elimination match was a decent match. The only main feuds were involved in this match were Greg the Ham Valentine and Rugged Rodney Garvin, and Macho King Randy Savage and Hacksaw Jim Duggan. The King's Court only had 1 member eliminated. That was Greg the Ham Valentine. And then the ending had the heels, the remaining heels, Macho King Randy Savage and Dino Bravo and Canadian Earthquake throw out Jim Duggan, and he was counted out of the ring. And the King's Court were accompanied by Sensational Queen Sherry and the Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart. The next match was the Hulkamaniacs, which was Hulk Hogan, the WWE Champion. He was with Jake the Snake Roberts and Axe and Smash of Demolition, who were the reigning WWE Tag Team Champions, facing off against the $1 Million Team, which was captained by the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. Ha 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 ha! Everybody's got a place for the $1 Million Man. Zeus and the Powers of Pain, the Lower Lord, and the Barbarian with Mr. Fuji and stuff. And this was kind of the big match, but it was in the middle of the pay-per-view. And it was Zeus who got the first one eliminated in this match because he choked out Hulk Hogan. This was building up the continuation of the No Holds Barred movie when Zeus was in it, and Hulk Hogan when he played Rip. And Zeus was an actor by the name of Tom Tiny Linster, but as a wrestler, he stunk! And he was untalented. There was talk that WrestleMania 6 was going to be Hulk Hogan versus Zeus for the WWE title, but that never happened. Thank God it didn't happen, or the WWE could be sealed in bankruptcy. And anyway, this match, the Demolition and Powers of Pain finally ended their feud, which lasted kind of a year. From the previous Survivor Series, the ending of the match had Jake the Snake Roberts and Hulk Hogan facing off against the $1 Million Man. Jake the Snake Roberts puts the DDT on the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, but the bodyguard Virgil comes in and distracts Jake the Snake Roberts, and the $1 Million Man pins Jake the Snake Roberts for the 1, 2, 3, and it's Hogan and DiBiase, and it was a big Hogan being beat up by DiBiase, but Hulk hulks up and he pins DiBiase with the leg drop. 1, 2, 3, typical Hogan match. Next match was the Rude Brood, which was Ravishing Rick Rude, Mr. Perfect, and the Fabulous Rougeau brothers, Jacques and Raymond, with the genius Jelani Powerful. And Bobby the Brain Heenan, who was Rude's manager, was not in his corner because there was some dissension with the Heenan family. They were talking about it on the pay-per-view, facing off against Rowdy's Rowdies. Team captain, Rowdy Piper, Superfly, Jimmy Snuka, and the Bushwhackers, Luke and Bush. Whoa! Yeah! Whoa! This was, a decent match. The Fabulous Rougeau brothers were eliminated early and stuff, and it almost came down to Rick Rude against every one of Piper's team's members, but it was Mr. Perfect and Rude eliminating Luke and Butch, and then Piper and Rude fight out of the ring. They both get counted out, both get eliminated. Then it was Mr. Perfect against Jimmy Superfly Snuka. Perfect puts Superfly in the Perfect Plex. 1, 2, 3. Mr. Perfect's the sole survivor of the match. He was continuing on his perfect winning streak on television. And the main event for 1989 Survivor Series was the Ultimate Warriors, captained by WWE Intercontinental Champion at the time, the Ultimate Warrior, with his team members, Jim the Anvil Neidhart and Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty, the Rockers, facing off against the Heenan family, which was captained by Andre the Giant, the 8th Wonder of the World, Haku, Arn Anderson, and Bobby the Brain Heenan, who was substituting for Tully Blanchard of the Brain Busters. Tully Blanchard did not make it. Actually, he was fired by the WWE in October for flunking a drug test, but he and Arn Anderson gave their notice to WWE. They were returning to WCW. They were going to reform the Four Horsemen with Ole Anderson and Ric Flair. But once Tully got busted for drugs, flunking a drug test, the WCW reneged on bringing back Tully Blanchard and Arn Anderson, and it devalued Arn Anderson's contract. But anyway, onto this match. The first one eliminated was Andre the Giant, and then it was like a smudge. It eventually came down to the Ultimate Warrior and Arn Anderson and Bobby the Brain Heenan. Anderson gets pinned by the Warrior, and then it leaves him just for him, the Warrior and the Brain. Warrior beats Bobby the Brain Heenan. 1, 2, 3. Ultimate Warrior survives. And then afterwards, he attacks Bobby the Brain Heenan again. And then this was maybe one of the first pay-per-views in WWE since like Macho Man Randy Savage. First WWE pay-per-view that does not have like Hogan in the end, in the main event and stuff, which was pretty good and stuff. And it was awesome. And what do I give this grade for WWE Survivor Series 1989? I give it a solid B+. Survivor Series was, getting to be a regular on WWE pay-per-view around this time, a Thanksgiving tradition. And tomorrow's review will be Survivor Series 1990 from Hartford, Connecticut at the Hartford Civic Center, which was the debut of the Gobbledygooker. Be back with the third and final video blog tonight, which will be about former Major League Baseball player Greg Nettles. Keep calm, everybody. And I'm a Julie Broughton guy. Julie Broughton's rocks, and she's got nice legs. Molly Rosenblatt, so stunning. Amy Swensey's awesome. Elizabeth Hart is so stunning and has nice legs as well. And in the words of Gorilla Monsoon, the late great WWE Hall of Famer, Slim and none. And Slim just left the building a long time ago. Bye now.